Hello, 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 everybody. My name is Lori Key. I am the Realty Goddess of Los Angeles, California, and I help to establish the community one house at a time. Thank you for joining me today. I have a real world experience that I want to talk with you about today. I have talked about this subject before, but I think it's time that we're going to talk about it again. So most of you know that I do also real estate owned property. So I do REO, bank owned properties. I have three in my inventory right now that I am preparing to put on the market. One of them was just assigned to me this week in the LA area. And part of my job is to go out there to make sure that the property is vacant, to make sure the property is secure. And if it's not vacant, part of my job is to talk to the occupants who are there to see if we can get them out of the home in a procedure before officially evicting. And so this week I have been working pretty hard on that. And I have one home where the family has contacted me back today. Now, I visited the home 3 times, but today they chose to give me a call back. The lady was in tears and she was very sad because she said she didn't know that the house was in foreclosure. She is not the previous owner, she was a tenant. She understood that she had an agreement with the owner that she was going to rent to own. That's also called lease to own. And so she's been living in the house for the past few years, fixing the house, paying rent, and doing everything that she can to live up to the agreement so that she could purchase the home. Unfortunately, the owner of the property was not paying the mortgage. And so therefore the home slipped into foreclosure and now she is bearing the brunt of all of this. She now has been notified that she has to move out of the home. So it is a very shocking situation to a tenant. This is not the first one that this has happened two with me. There was another one just 3 months ago where the gentleman was doing the same thing with the house in Palmdale, California, and the owner was not paying the mortgage. He was pocketing the money. So this puts the renter into a very precarious situation. The renter has no rights with the bank. The agreement was actually with the previous owner. So they do have legal recourse. They need to speak to an attorney to see what that recourse is. Everything must be in writing. If not, you have no way of proving anything that you agreed upon. So today I just want to talk to you very briefly about how important it is to understand when things sound too good to be true. They are 99% too good to be true. Now, have I ever seen a rent to own workout? Not during my time in this business. I have been in the business since 2006, and everyone that I have ever spoken to about a lease to own has gotten burned. But there are ways, and I do know some do work. I just haven't experienced any that have worked. If you are going to do a lease to own, please do not just have the agreement with the current owner. You want to get an attorney involved. Have the attorney draw up the official papers that clearly define how much you're paying, what percentage is going to go to a savings for you to purchase the home, what percent is going to the owner for the rent. What should happen if the owner should be put into foreclosure. These are the things that you need to outline in a contract. Gone are the days where you spit in your hand, shake your hand, and the deal is done. You must get an attorney involved if you are interested in rent to own. It is simple as that. If you are the tenant, you really don't have any rights with the bank once it is actually foreclosed. So, first, contact an attorney. Outline all understandings within that contract. Address foreclosure, address where the money is going to be held. You need to probably have an escrow company, or the attorney may hold the funds in a safe place for all parties. Um, You need to make sure that you keep all documentation. If you've done anything to that house for work related things, like if you put a new roof on or had plumbing done, you need to make sure that that's addressed in the contract, how that will be handled, so that you're not out of that money as well. But most of all, you want to make sure that this is done legally and that it's legally binding. So today's broadcast is not a fun broadcast, but it is one that is extremely important. My information is there at the top of this broadcast. If you have some questions about lease to own or how you can proceed with one, please reach out to me and I will explain the procedures and get you in contact with someone who can do this correctly. Don't be the victim. Be the proactive one in making sure that you're going to get the house and the house will be insured to you with all the rules and regulations outlined. I'm Lori Key. I am the Realty Goddess of Los Angeles, California. I help to establish the community one house at a time. I wish you nothing but love, light, and blessings. Why not go out on a limb? Isn't that where the fruit is? Thank you for joining me, everybody. Have a great day.